This woman you're seeing was Valeria Márquez. She was doing a live stream for her followers when suddenly a man shows up and shoots her 3 times. This crime shook the world, and you're about to get every detail available. Valeria Márquez, just 23 years old, was a rising star in the Mexican social media scene. Born in 2002, likely in Zapopan, Jalisco, she gained over 100,000 followers on TikTok and 80,000 on Instagram, where she shared content about beauty, fashion, and her luxurious lifestyle. Known as a beauty TikToker, Valeria was admired for her looks, charisma, and dedication to her business, a beauty salon called Blossom. According to sources, besides calling herself an influencer, Valeria also identified as an entrepreneur. Her salon, located in Zapopan, offered manicure, hairdressing, and aesthetic treatments, and Valeria used her social media to promote it. Photos on her Instagram show a confident young woman posing with perfectly manicured nails, flawless makeup, and designer clothes, often in upscale settings like fancy restaurants and trips. Valeria was known for being close to her followers. She regularly did live streams on TikTok, chatting about her daily routine, sharing beauty tips, and answering fans' questions. Her last TikTok video, posted just hours before the crime, showed her joking around with some people on the live stream. That charm made her beloved but also vulnerable. She shared real-time details about her location, which may have played a role in the tragedy. Beyond influencer and businesswoman, Valeria was described as a dreamer. She planned to expand her salon and keep growing her online presence. Her life wasn't perfect, though. Instagram stories revealed tensions with an ex-boyfriend who threatened and stalked her, a key detail in the investigation. Her beauty salon, located on Avenida Patria in Colonia Real del Carmen, Zapopan, meant everything to her. Described as modern and sophisticated, the salon offered high-quality beauty services, including nails, hair, makeup, and facial treatments. Valeria wasn't just the owner, she was the business's main promoter. She used her social media to attract clients with photos of treatments and special offers, as mentioned earlier. Valeria spent most of her time at the salon, often doing live streams straight from the location. Her broadcast showed her interacting with clients and staff, including Erica, a friend and co-worker who witnessed the crime. Valeria also led an active social life, frequenting bars and events in Guadalajara and Zapopan. Days before her death, she showed signs of fearing for her safety. According to sources, she shared Instagram stories revealing conversations with her ex-boyfriend. In those messages, he accused her of embarrassing him and made veiled threats. Valeria responded firmly, but the exchanges revealed an abusive relationship. A friend said the ex-boyfriend once kicked her out of a bar, with security physically attacking her and leaving bruises. That incident, weeks before the crime, was a clear warning that he was dangerous and possibly connected to criminals. Other stories also showed Valeria's concern about his behavior. She mentioned he was involved in shady stuff and feared retaliation. These posts, which went viral after the tragedy, were seen as a desperate cry for help that went ignored. People close to Valeria said she tried to distance herself from her ex and started avoiding places she used to go. But Valeria's exposure on social media, vital for her career, also made her extremely vulnerable. Zapopan, where Valeria grew up and lived, is one of the wealthiest cities in Jalisco, known for its upper-middle-class population. It's also a hotspot for the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, one of Mexico's most violent criminal groups. There's no direct evidence Valeria was involved with organized crime, but online speculation suggests someone close to her had cartel ties. That someone is believed to be her ex-boyfriend, the prime suspect in the case, allegedly connected to the Jalisco New Generation Cartel. This violent context in Jalisco is key to understanding the case. May 13, 2025 started like any other day for Valeria Márquez. She woke up, posted Instagram stories promoting her salon, and engaged with followers. Around noon, a suspicious man wearing a hoodie showed up at the salon asking for Valeria. He claimed to have an expensive gift that he needed to deliver in person, but the staff said she wasn't there. The man said he'd wait. The staff noticed he seemed off. His clothes hid his face, and his persistence raised alarms. He left but promised to return, signaling something was wrong. Valeria was informed about the suspicious man, but she kept her routine, posting one last photo on Instagram at 5 p.m. At 5:25 p.m., she started a TikTok live, unaware it would be her last. Around 6 p.m., a man, possibly the same one from earlier, returned to the salon on a motorcycle. He quickly entered and approached Valeria, asking if her name was really Valeria. When she confirmed, he shot her 3 times. 1 bullet hit her chest, 2 hit her head. Valeria died instantly. The shooter fled on his motorcycle without a trace. An employee, believed by some sources to be Erica, grabbed Valeria's phone after the shots and ended the live. Staff called for help and police, but Valeria was already dead when paramedics arrived. The scene, partially caught on the live stream, went viral fast, shocking thousands. Within hours, the crime shook all of Mexico. Soon after, the whole of Latin America knew what happened. Valeria's TikTok live at 5:25 p.m. on May 13, 2025 is the case's centerpiece. It captured the moments before her death. People following the stream say the roughly 8-minute broadcast is a chilling record of warning signs Valeria ignored. In the first minutes, she looks tired, complaining of a bad headache. She chats with viewers, answering casual questions, but her tone is less lively than usual. Some followers said she seemed worried, frequently glancing toward the salon's window. Early in the live, a viewer asks if she's going to stay at the salon all day. At the time, it seemed innocent, but after the crime, that question looks suspicious. Valeria replied she planned to leave soon. Some believe this was a way to confirm her location. At 4:40, Valeria mentions the noon incident, how a man tried to deliver an expensive gift, and that she found it strange. She says Erica, one of her employees, warned her about the hooded man. She doesn't sound scared, just curious. She even said some people were trying to dig up info on her but didn't know why. At 6 minutes, Valeria gets a call and makes a confused face. After hanging up, she jokes it was a debt collector from Coppel, one of Mexico's biggest retailers, but her body language shows she's nervous. At 8 minutes, a man enters the salon asking if she is Valeria. She says, "That's me," and mutes the live audio, probably expecting the gift. Then the crime happens, ending the live in tragedy. At first, viewers thought it was a prank, but when the news broke minutes later, everyone was in shock. When she was killed, Valeria was holding a stuffed animal stained with her blood, making the scene even more heartbreaking. Jalisco authorities classified the case as femicide and launched an immediate investigation. The main suspect is Valeria's ex-boyfriend, who news reports say hired a hitman to kill her. The theory is backed by the threats Valeria posted in her stories and the bar incident. Some sources suggest Valeria's ex might be linked to the Jalisco New Generation cartel, but nothing official. Erica, Valeria's friend and employee, is also under investigation. Erica told Valeria about the expensive gift, but didn't warn her to leave the salon, despite knowing the hooded man's suspicious behavior. Her cold, emotionless expression when ending the live raised red flags with the authorities. Some followers even suggest Valeria might have been involved in the crime. Comments say Valeria wanted to leave, but Erica wouldn't let her, telling her to wait a bit longer. Valeria mentioned during the live that Erica called to say someone was there with a gift only Valeria could receive. Valeria replied she'd be at the salon in about an hour. Valeria and Erica seemed close, friends and co-workers, and Erica sometimes appeared in Valeria's lives. In short, their relationship looked trusting, but Erica's failure to warn about the visitor and her behavior after the murder sparked doubts. The police and social media hint Erica might have had an active or passive role, though no solid proof exists yet. Another friend, Vivian de la Torre, is also being investigated. During the live, Vivian messaged Valeria, telling her to stay at the salon and saying she wanted to see Valeria's house after she got the gift. A social media video shows Vivian and Valeria dancing, with a caption implying they'd fought months before. This points to a volatile relationship, and online rumors have flagged Vivian as a possible accomplice. Some claim Vivian and Erica handed Valeria over to the shooter, but these allegations lack official evidence and remain speculative. Both Vivian and Erica deny any involvement in the murder. So far, the main suspect remains Valeria's ex-boyfriend, heavily suspected of orchestrating the killing, possibly tied to the Jalisco New Generation cartel. Days before the murder, Valeria posted on social media that if anything happened to her, he would be to blame. Still, authorities haven't confirmed his direct involvement or officially named him in the investigation. His identity remains secret. Many names have surfaced online, but none confirmed. One name is Ricardo Ruiz Velasco, aka El Tripa, alleged regional leader of the cartel, rumored by netizens to be Valeria's ex and the mastermind behind the crime. There's no proof Ricardo was connected to Valeria, and no official stance on his involvement. The hooded shooter who fled on a motorcycle is still unidentified. Lack of clear security cameras inside the salon hindered the investigation. Police are now reviewing footage from nearby streets to track the escape. Authorities believe Valeria's constant real-time location sharing on social media made it easy for the killer to find her. Authorities say influencers, especially women, are increasingly targeted in Mexico due to their online exposure. They warn that sharing every detail of your life can have serious consequences, especially if you have enemies. Valeria Márquez's wake was held the night of May 14, 2025, at a funeral home in the Ladrón de Guevara neighborhood of Guadalajara, Jalisco. The funeral was private with strict security measures. Entry was controlled by blue wristbands, handed out only to close family, allowing access exclusively to authorized guests, like hotel keycards. A Guadalajara police patrol guarded the funeral home's exterior to ensure privacy and safety. The family remained mostly silent, with only a brief justice plea from a relative and Valeria's grandfather, accompanied by a niece during a press statement. Friends and family wore white tops with jeans, symbolizing peace and mourning. The burial location was kept confidential, with no public info on the cemetery or exact site. This was likely to protect privacy and avoid media attention or online speculation. Valeria Márquez's case is more than the loss of a young dreamer. It's a harsh reminder of the violence plaguing Mexico, especially against women, and the dangers of social media exposure. At just 23, Valeria fell victim to a cruel plan, likely orchestrated by someone she knew. Her live stream, meant to connect with fans, became the record of her death.